Hello everyone, this is Tanu and today I'm gonna start a video of science subject, means applied science subject for the diploma students, and the chapter name is heat and properties of gas. So I hope that all my before videos are very helpful for you all, and please do share with your friends so that they can also get a help from it. And so please like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon button to get the notifications of my new videos. Okay, let's begin. So chapter name is heat and properties of gas. So let me get clear with the concept of what do you mean by heat and temperature. So here heat is a form of an energy and temperature is a degree of hotness. So you may get confused that heat is also same and temperature is also same, but there is a difference between both of them. So heat is a cause and temperature is an effect. So SI unit of a heat is joule and SI unit of a temperature is Kelvin. Heat is measured in calorimeter, whereas temperature is measured in thermometer. Here are some of the statements which may help for your CET also. Supply of a heat energy to a body increases its temperature. When the removal of a heat energy from the body, it decreases the temperature. So when the temperature is rises to a particular body, it may depends on dimensions, nature of the material, quality of the material and range of the temperature. So here are the units of heat. So SI unit of a heat is joule and CGS unit of heat is calorie and MKS unit of heat is kilocalorie. So where joule is defined as the amount of a heat required to rise the temperature of 1 by 4186 kg of water through 1 degree Kelvin. It means take a 1 by 4186 kg of water and supply the heat to it until the temperature rises to 1 degree Kelvin, and that all process is called as 1 joule. And CGS unit of heat is calorie. It means the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kg of water through 1 degree Celsius. It means taking a 1 kg of water and supplying heat until the temperature is rises to the 1 degree Celsius. It is called as a calorie. And MK system of heat is kilocalorie, which means the amount of heat required to rise a temperature of 1 kg of water through 1 degree Kelvin. So which means taking a 1 gram of water and supplying the heat to it and until its temperature reaches to the 1 degree Celsius, then it process is called as a kilocalorie. So then what do you mean by specific heat of a substance? It is indicated as S, and it is the quantity of heat required in joules to increase the temperature of 1 kg of substances through 1 degree Kelvin. It means taking 1 kg of substances and supplying the heat in the form of a joule to increase the temperature. When it reaches to the 1 degree Kelvin, then it is called a specific heat of substances. It depends on the nature of the substances and unit is joule per kg per Kelvin. Next, thermal capacity or heat capacity. It means the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of the certain mass of substances to 1 degree Kelvin. It means taking the mass, any mass of substances where the temperature is raised and when a heat is supplied to it until it turns to the 1 degree Kelvin, then it is called as a thermal capacity or else heat capacity. So where it is indicated as H is equals to M into S and unit is joule per Kelvin. Next, specific heat of a gas at a constant pressure. It means taking some mass of a gas and the heat is applied to it, and when the temperature is reaches to 1 degree Kelvin or else 1 degree Celsius at a constant pressure, then it is called specific heat of a gas at a constant pressure. It is denoted by Cp. Then specific heat of a gas at a constant volume means it is the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of unit mass of a gas through 1 degree Kelvin or 1 degree Celsius, keeping its volume as a constant. It means taking some unit mass of a gas and applying the heat to it until the temperature reaches to 1 degree Kelvin or else 1 degree Celsius, where the volume is kept constant, and it is denoted by Cp, where Cp and Cv relationship is Cp minus Cv is equals to R, where R is a universal constant and Cp minus Cv is equals to R. It is also called as a Mayer's equation, where Cp is always greater than Cv. Okay. Next, transmission of heats. Here it is of three types: conduction, convection and radiation. First one, what do you mean by conduction? The process of transmission of heat in solids without the actual movement of particles of a solid. It means this the heat is supplied to the solid, but there in that solid the actual movement of particles will not take place. So that is called conduction, where heat transfer takes place from hotter point to the colder point, and heat transfer is due to the vibration and collision of solid particles, but not from the actual movement. And if the solid is good conductor, then heat transfer may be rapidly, and if the solid is a bad conductor, then heat transfer is low. For example, if a rod heated from one end, heat starts flowing from hot end to the cold end by the conduction. Next, move to the convection, the process of heat transfer in fluids by the movement of heated particles. So when the heat is supplied to some fluid, then their heated particles will move around it. So that process is called as a convection. For example, if we take a flask and put some water to it, and below that we put a fire, then to that heat some heated particles like a bubble like particles will move around the flask. So that is called as a convection. And third one is a radiation, the process of heat transfer from one place to another where no material medium is required, whereas heat radiations can pass through the vacuum, and this radiation is measured by thermopile. So radiation means the heat is transferred from one particle to another particle, from one place to another place, or else from one to another one, but there is no requirement of any other medium. For example, heat from sun to the earth, there is no any other medium. So that then here are some applications for conduction, convection and radiations. Let's just go through it. And applications for conductions are Davy's safety lamp, surface films, thermos flask, age earth, thermal insulation. Applications for convections are ventilators, chimneys, winds, land breeze and sea breeze, central heating system. And applications for radiations is radiators of cars and air conditioners, heat from sun to the earth, and metabolism of nutrients in human body. And fourth one, greenhouse effect and generate electricity. This completes that half part of this chapter, and that continued part will be in a next video. And if you like this video, please do like, subscribe and share to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.